Killa el nuevo México, el 505, el duque y el buque, por la vida muerto y el muerte, vatos locos, parro locos, pocos parro, pocos órale, vato lito ropes, you know, Killa. First you find and gather those slathers of grimy Afghani poppy plants so you can extract and cultivate the juice slimes that comes from the racket of those planted bulbs. Then you can take those demonstrated and rounded plant parts so you can cut them open like knifing some art, but with a careful slice that goes down the ripened rough plant striation marks. So make this cut long enough to squeeze and pinch with your index finger and thumb like working on rich. So you finagle out all these storage organ liquids, and then you pour out all your opium latex protuberances in a hollow and wide tubular glass colored dark pottage. Then you can simmer the contents on a dim fire flame stove or a Bunsen burner contraption, thus with a low temperature so you don't burn the knob juices. Now you can add a slight amount of water roostings to the burning pot of the tight liquids. Now as you are cooking, you got to stir gently with a mini machete or a large silver spoon spintingly. And when the stirred batch is ready and complete, prepare yourself for the adding of dubious cut materials. So don't forget your ski mask, long sleeve shirts and pants. Also you will need a pair of heated gloves, waterproof work boots and low sunglasses. Now you're ready for the ingredient measures. For each remedy of those cutted bases, you add a small amount of each to the proportions based on and equal to half the amount of the poppy batter storage is. The more you add, the more the stout concoction will be beaten down and not as potent and pure. So find the right amount of additive gears. Here's a list of hard additions of substances you can add to your renditions of sheaf sediments that will be busting. First, you can basically add anything your mind can think of to accumulate into the additions of your liquid mixes. I recommend any pottery shit-ins that matches the complexions of your original batches. And don't forget not to blow yourself to smithereen ashes. Let's go with the choosing of chemically unstable properties now to be added to your mudded and hash twistings. Henceforth, you can start with these rations: C2H5 parentheses 2O, CH1CO parentheses 2, CaOH2, Na2CO3, NH4Cl, and HCl. Now you can pour each hazardous chemicals in based on how dirty and cynical you want these pinnacle components to live in sin. Then you stir the hard batches with a slow twist from your head in a twirling motion with any weapon you choose to mix with these potions. This will help the batch hatch accordingly like a calm motion. Now you are ready for the placebo lacing and toastings, so you can make the batch heavier and larger with a high volume of weight that stretches as long as a roller coaster. This will create a big placement of hardened tar, and this will also add to your lard of hard papes. So here are some ideas to insinuate and to add to the black liquid tape on rinse: baking soda, crushed pills, sucrose, talcum, cornstarch, laundry soap, caffeine, rat poison, bath salts, Fenty, baby powder, levamisole, lidocaine, chloroquine, foot powder, snow icicles, Ajax, coffee creamer, drywall dust, calcium powder, protein powder, sweet and low sugar, and gunpowder. Now that you have that large black hard lard of tar mixed and cooked, get a large metal container short with a sturdy trash bag wrapped inside out, and let all the loose, tapped, and trapped contents pour in that strap bag in vessel boxes, so you can whip the dark batches to some hard tar blocks. You can also add some more cut laces like black chalk if need be. Now you have everything compiled and ready to be cooled to the T. So let the riled up brick harden and smooth out like a baby child's ass cheeks. Once this is finished, you can slice and chop the shit with a razor blade that hits those tarred flips of solid ploppings to small square chunks that are now popping with funk on the measured scales. Then you will wrap that rough stuff into those tiny concealed dark bags, as you are ready now to sell it well your potent and tough slabs of smack shivas that comes from the deep and underneath burial hellholes in the devilish and fiery sanctuaries. You know, those fiend cussies need those hot stove fixings, so get the mixing and twisting, because Killa is hitting all angles. I will mangle your body to death with a shake that sticks through your melon sheds. I am bred to kill anyone and keep it ill. You know how the fuck Killa spills your blood from the tilted hill, and your bodies take hits from the demented shoddy slug of mints. Then I begin to pump back the Afghan tree, and I keep it ruggedly OG, as I just be a creative rhyming and hard genius poetry artistic poet OG. Killa. El Nuevo Mexico, el 505, el Duque y el Boque, por la vida muerto y el muerte. Vatos locos, paro, locos, pocos, paro, pocos. Órale, vatolito locos, you know. Killa.